What's up, everybody? Welcome back to This or Therapy. I am your host, Chris Mack. Before we get into today's topic, why don't you go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. Subscribe to my page. I know a lot of times, we forget to do that when we're watching something that we like, but help a brother out. Go ahead and hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Today's subject, I want to talk about letting people into your life. Now, we all want to belong, right? We all want to have a family, we want to have a group, we want to have a team. But sometimes the people that we let in aren't for us. They aren't our team. They aren't the people that we should have in our lives. I was thinking about this. I had a job a couple years back, right? And it was, a film crew. I was part of a film crew. And, we were taping a TV show. It was a travel channel type show. We were traveling around to different states, and, we were interviewing people who were trying to get homes and things of that nature. It was like a home network kind of thing. And, the whole time, every time we had a meeting, what was preached was, we're a small group, we're a family, we're going to have, we have each other's backs, we got to support each other, yada, yada, yada. But the whole time I was working with them, I could just see the fakeness, right? It wasn't really a family. It was individuals pretending to be a family. They put the family moniker on it, but at the end of the day, it's a business. It was a business, right? And that's kind of what I'm really alluding to. It's not just in life in general, but mostly in the world of business, right? You can't go around using the word family when it comes to business, because at the end of the day, the business is business. You know what I mean? And I learned that kind of the hard way because, in the course of that job, I got let go, which, I made some mistakes. I can admit that. I had a few flubs, but there were other factors in it that got me released. And some people started rumors about me. Some people lied and said that I did things that I didn't do or said things that I didn't say. And unfortunately, I couldn't really plead my case because the person that said these lies was the host and creator of the show. So who are they going to fire? Me, the guy on the crew, or the guy who's the face of the show? Obviously, I had to lose. But it just really let me, it made me recognize like who I let in, because when I got to the crew, I was the newest guy there. Everybody was so welcoming, so warm. I thought I was charming everybody. Everybody was, laughing with me. They found out I'm a comedian. They were really wanted to come see shows, all this other stuff. They really took a hold to me. And the second I let my guard down, that's when the dogs came a sniffing. That's when people started doing things and maneuvering in ways that just let me know what was really going on. And before I could do anything about it to like stop it from happening, I had let my guard down too much to where the wolves had gotten into the bin, And it's just crazy that like, we live in a world that, it's not even, you can't even call it selfishness. It's just, it's almost like, I guess maybe it is selfishness. I don't know how, I don't want to give people like this an excuse, like, maybe they didn't grow up with much or something like that. But it's like, in the world that we live in, especially being Americans, like, we have so much. And the idea that you think that you have to screw somebody over to get ahead in life is crazy. You know what I mean? Especially when you have the power to be on their side and help both of you, it's a win-win. Like for my situation about that job, the guy who basically snitched on me, he had the power. He was the host of the show. If he said, hey, this guy didn't do what people were saying or what, y'all think he's doing, I got him. He's with me, neither one of us would have lost. But instead, he threw me under the bus because he was worried about his own shit, He was worried about looking bad or whatever the case may be, or he was worried about, being the only black dude on set. Yeah, niggas be doing that sometimes. Sometimes it's your own people, If you only, if you got an ego, a lot of actors and shit like that got egos, and if he thought he was like supposed to be the cool, suave black dude on set, and he saw me, risen everybody up. Everybody's taking a liking to me almost immediately and shit like that. Like, niggas get in their bag. But you got to be careful who you let in your life, man, because the people that smile at you, that are heartwarming and all that other shit. Sometimes they be the ones that cut you the deepest, that stab you in the back the hardest with the biggest knives. You know what I mean? And I got that right now. I got somebody staying with me right now that's claiming to be my friend, but I gotta repeat myself over and over again about things that I need, my boundaries, and respecting my house and things of that nature. And like, it just gets to a point where it's like, what do I gotta be, an asshole? And I don't want to be. I wasn't raised that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. We were taught to treat everybody with respect and dignity. But for some reason in life, you encounter people who were probably taught that as well, but either forgot it or just don't give a damn anymore. And when you are a person who respect and things of that, like that matters, respect and politeness and courteousness and just like treating people well is important to you, it really hurts when people don't do that, when you don't get that shit back. It really hurts when you gotta, stoop to their level to get them to understand that like this shit ain't going the way that they needed to. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like stoop to their level to get them to understand that like this shit is real. Like you're a whole person, that like they can't just use you and then that be the end of it and you just gonna be okay with it. You know what I mean? It's just wild how people can just do that. I don't understand that. It doesn't even compute to me to just like use somebody. You know what I mean? Especially in a way that doesn't benefit the both of you, right? Like if I'm, want to collab with you or something like that, like I'm gonna give you your props. I'm gonna make sure that people know that this was a you and I collaboration, not just a me thing. You know what I mean? And like shit like that. But like, you got people out there who would just straight up use you and pretend that they didn't even use you and act like they got all this shit on their own. It's wild. And like, it sucks because when you're a good person, when you're trying to be a good person and you're trying to help people out and you're trying to be, be the thing that your parents taught you to be and you get screwed over for it, it turns you to a bad person. It turns you to that person that's selfish. It turns you to that person that doesn't want to do for people. It turns you to that person that's closed off and you don't want to have any friends. And then people, it makes you end up lonely because you got to shove everybody out of your life because you can't trust nobody, because you got all these people, all these damn, vipers out here trying to get in your hen house. It's just wild to me. You know what I mean? I'll never understand that. I'll never get it. I don't understand how, you can just look at a person like, I mean, I'm sure there's a term for it, right? There's some psychological term for it, but I even think the psychological term for it gives people the excuse to be what they are. It's like, well, I'm a narcissist. That's who I am. I can't control it. Yeah, you can. If you wanted to, you could. You can go get some training. Because here's the thing, even narcissists have a hint of guilt in their body. You know what I mean? They know when something is wrong. They feel it a little bit. Matter of fact, they feel it to a point where they go even harder to what they're in the bad ways they're doing it because they don't want to feel that. So every human, hell, murderers, sociopaths have guilt. Why do you think they always try to hide the freaking body when they off somebody? You know what I mean? Like, so we all feel that. Every human being is capable of feeling that emotion that is guilt when they do something wrong, and they know that. So for people to come up, for people to be like, well, they just don't know any better. No, I'm not giving that excuse no more, man. That's wild. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful who you let in your life, because there are people out there who just are there to use you, and you got to see through that shit. You got to see right through it. You got to, you can't just be open with people. I'm learning that the hard way. I'm in my late 30s now, and like every time I try to give up that ghost and break down that guard, somebody shows me I need to keep it up. And the thing is, you have to keep it up your entire life, because you just never know who's gonna come in and disrespect you and be disloyal and stab you in the back. You gotta always be on guard. You gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready for who comes into your life, because not everybody is there for a reason. Some people are just there for a season to teach you a lesson, and then you gone. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I'm done with my rant. I hope everyone out there has a good day. Hope everybody else out there can learn from what I've been saying. You know, I'm not saying cut yourself off from humanity entirely. I'm just saying be careful who you let in. All right. That's it for today's video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.